Personal finance is like a prostate cancer. Most people don't think about it until they are in their 40s. You probably shouldn't talk about it with your mom, but it's a literal pain in your ass. But it's also something that has the power to completely change your life. Long before I started my YouTube channel, I was a broke accounting graduate who didn't have a penny to her name and who was also trying to figure out her life and her finances. And I discovered that despite the profoundly uncertain nature of this topic, there was no shortages of financial advices out there. And most of it was terrible. Like the bloggers convincing you to leave off credit card points and the well-meaning uncle that tells you to declare bankruptcy. Among the minefield of questionable finance advice, I did some strategies that actually worked. And so in this video, I want to share with you 5 biggest personal finance lessons that changed my life. That took me from the broke, fresh accounting graduate to a financially free 29-year-old woman. Hi there, my name is Rachel from My Financial Oasis, your spiritual guide to achieving the life of your dreams. In today's video, I am going to be sharing with you 5 personal finance lessons that changed my life. I've made a previous video about this, and you can watch that here. I'll be linking that here. So this is a sequel to that video. And with that, let's dive right in. And number 1, I would say stop buying crap that you do not need. I've probably talked about this one enough before, but a friendly reminder never hurts anybody. Stop buying crap that you do not need and start putting that money into your savings. Pay attention to how you feel just a few months after a big purchase. Did it solve all the problems that you thought it would? Are you any closer to being happy or content? How much closer would you actually be to happiness if you were to instead chip away at some of the debts that has been weighing you down? Showing a bit of patience and determination towards your personal finance goals can go a really long way. Number 2, track the important stuff. You don't need to track every last cent. I'm not saying that. But if you want to make headway towards your personal finance goals, you're going to have to start keeping track of your progress along the way. A good way to do this is by using a spreadsheet. So that way you can put in your income, your expenses, and then you know where you are at. But if you're someone who can't stomach the idea of a spreadsheet, there are a lot of other great apps that you can use to automatically track your finances, like Mint or Good Budgets. The important thing is that you got a better eye view on your finances so that you can finally start to get a grip of where the ship is headed. Number 3, read at least one personal finance book every other year. If you're like me and you like to read a lot, you can make that one every other month. This isn't just about taking in new information. It's really about getting a reminder to keep going. If everyone in your life is renting BMWs while living paycheck to paycheck, it's not exactly going to motivate you to be responsible. Let's really talk about that. Immersing yourself in the stories of people who have already forged the path before you will help you to keep your eyes on the prize. I've linked some of my favorite personal finance books down in the description of this video below. Make sure you read them. The return on investment for a good personal finance book is immeasurable. Like, you can't even start to quantify that. Number 4, call your feed. Here is the thing. Sometimes we actually forget that there is a little unfollow button on Instagram. And while we all have our guilty pleasures like watching the trash reality television shows, our culture already has a powerful influence over the decisions that we make. By unfollowing the bad influences on our lives, we can start to cultivate a feed that's supportive and encouraging, instead of people reminding us all the times of things that we absolutely do not have to get or need. And hey, while you're at it, you can go and follow me right now on Instagram. I promise you, there is barely any videos of me dancing or doing any of these trendy challenges. It's mostly just personal development advice. That's what you find there. So remember to go follow me on Instagram. Number 5, finally celebrate your progress. Becoming financially free doesn't mean that you have to eat nothing, but go and move into living in a cave far away from civilization. I'm not saying that. Although, with the way things are going, that doesn't sound like a bad idea. I'm joking. It's important to make room to celebrate and enjoy life along the way. Make sure to set milestones and rewards as you progress from debt-bound to debt-free. Whether it is with a nice bottle of wine, a new pair of headphones, or finally replacing your busted laptop. By celebrating these wins, no matter how small, you give yourself the motivation to keep going. The truth is that for the most part of becoming financially free, it is a very slow and uncomfortable crawl with plenty of twists and turns along the way. But the payoff is worth the effort. Permit me to say that. Imagine a life free from stress about money. Imagine being able to quit your unfulfilling job. If I became financially free some years ago, I would have done that. Imagine reading the left side of the menu first as against going from the right. These and many more are some of the things that you will enjoy if you can get your finances under control. Now, if you have watched this video to this point, it means that you have learned one or two things from it. So go ahead and hit that like button, that button that looks just like this, so that way I know that you enjoyed it. And it also helps me to stay motivated to create more videos like this. Now, if you have not subscribed to my channel, if you are coming across me for the very first time, hit that subscribe button right there and become a part of my financial family. While you're at it, you also want to hit that post notification bell so that YouTube personally notifies you every time I drop a similar video just like this. And there's somebody on your contact who needs to see this. So share this video to as many people as you can. And lastly, leave a comment in the comment section about any of the finance tips that you have tried or that you will try. I'd like to read from you. And with that, I would say your financial freedom begins with you. All right, guys. Bye. See you in my next video.